Welcome back to the Nonsense Podcast. I'm your host, FM Bob. Did I press the button right this time? Hell no. Hold on. I broke it, didn't I? There it is. I happen to be FM Bob. Join with me, as always, is Invincible. See, there we go. I'm getting better. Mind you, we didn't even mention your fucking new title.
The biased babyface. Okay.
Fitting, isn't it? One more time.
I like that.
100% a fitting title.
I try my best.
But it's good to have you here. It's good to have you on a Wednesday for the fans. Sunday for us. Is it Sunday?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
You know what? It's because it's a 3-day weekend, and I wasn't properly prepared.
Shout out to you
What?
for having a 3-day weekend. Motherfucker, every day is a weekend.
Oh.
But shout out to you for having a 3-day weekend. How you gonna spend it?
Right. Doing this. I got this. I might throw some meat on the barbecue tomorrow.
It's warm today. I don't know if it's gonna be warm tomorrow.
It'll be decent tomorrow. I think we're gonna just head out for a bike ride today after this. Just because I need to get outside. Fresh air is good for you. I also need to cut my grass.
I think I'm gonna get a gym membership. Go back to old Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness, I was gonna say, you gonna join LA Fitness with us?
Where the fuck is the LA Fitness?
Closest one here would be Hyde Park, so that'd be out of your way.
Fucking Planet Fitness is 83rd and Holland.
Right. But it is also Planet Fitness, so that bitch be ghetto than a motherfucker.
Yeah, but I also plan to go in the week morning when most niggas should.
Right, yeah.
Hopefully niggas will be at work.
Hopefully. But it's also niggas, so niggas ain't never at work. So how you doing today? How you been? What's going on? Same old.
Day's been good.
Is it nice to be back here?
Yeah.
Spending time with me for no damn reason?
Always.
So, I'm just going to go straight into it because there's some shit that I've been saving up. And I know people have been waiting on it because I mentioned a few things on a Friday episode. And I'm like, I gotta bring Henny in on this one. So, your boy, Chris Jericho, is in a lot of trouble.
Oh.
I won't say a lot of trouble, but he's just under fire for not wrestling-related shit. So, it's probably he's now in a sphere where he can't handle himself. So, he mentioned on his podcast.
I was like, is this something to do with his podcast?
Yeah. So on his podcast, he mentioned that I'm just going to reiterate the way he said it, just so everybody understands what he said and how he said it. He says, no, it's not that bad. He says, I don't understand why Missy Elliott and LL Cool J are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Thin Lizzy, Meatloaf, Iron Maiden aren't. And people are pissed. They're very mad. And I didn't realize how mad they were because as soon as I heard the statement, I'm like, yeah, that's some bullshit. Those other bands should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
They should be, but I feel I did see that. I didn't really give a fuck because I wouldn't have pegged Chris Jericho as a Missy or LL Cool J fan, but I would peg him as a fan of the bands he mentioned.
Right. Mind you, he is a fan of hip hop as well.
Oh.
So before people are also jumping on him for not liking hip hop at all. And I'm like, no, he's multiple times said he likes hip hop.
If he didn't, who gives a fuck? It's his preference. Niggas can listen to what they want to listen to. But yeah, I don't really get the problem because everybody goes hard for who they're a fan of.
So the problem is they said, why did he mention 2 black artists?
Because those are people that he feel like probably ain't right. They shit like that. There's more black people in the fucking Hall of Fame than them two. He ain't mentioned HOF because he know HOF like that.
Right. So HOF I can understand.
And also, not so much LL. I feel like Missy is still slept on.
So she is probably the most underrated hip hop artist of all time. I feel like she's actually the #1 female hip hop artist.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And producer, mind you.
I was just gonna say, just based on who she's been attached to and brought up.
Exactly.
But
LL,
I also get him to know that. I don't get Jericho to listen to Tweet or all of any other girls that Missy brought up.
Right. So
stop looking for shit to be outraged about. It's Chris the fuck Jericho. Who cares?
Right.
He's in a band himself. I'm sure he wants Fozzy to be in the fucking Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he knows good and damn
Like,
well.
come on.
Let's be realistic. I give Chris Jericho enough credit to know his band does not belong in the Hall of Fame. He knows that very day.
Judas is amazing.
Judas is okay. Judas, as an avid fan of rock music, Judas is okay. It's all right. Good shit, Chris Jericho. Not good shit, Fozzy. Not great work to the group. All right, Chris, you can make some music. I didn't know that. Hot damn. Do something better.
But yeah, no, I don't care. I don't give a fuck about Chris Jericho's music taste.
So here's my issue with it all.
Also, yeah. I mean, like Iron Maiden, yeah. I ain't listened to them, but yeah, they should be in the Hall of Fame. They've been around since before I was born, probably.
Since the 70s, yeah.
Yeah.
Toured every countries where people don't even speak the language and they still sing along. Do yourself a favor.
The thing is, I guess but I also do follow the rule of you don't have to diminish someone else to bring someone else up. So I get that. But it's also only so much fucking amount of outrage. I'm going a lot to Chris Jericho on a music topic. Come on, y'all. Have some better shit to argue about.
So my thing is I don't even think he was diminishing anybody. I think he just mentioned, because I think they're two recent inductees. I think they're recent.
Yeah. Oh.
So
they are recent, actually.
So then I think that's the reasoning why. He didn't mention them to diminish them.
It was recency bias.
Wait, these motherfuckers just made it and you still haven't put in this laundry list of people who deserve to be there. Yeah. I think that's more of the issue.
But it's also a popularity test, a popularity contest. And the motherfuckers also, honestly, probably got a nigga quota. We need some black people in this Hall of Fame.
But the thing is, there's tons.
But they're worthy.
There's tons of black people in it, already have been in it and been in it for years. Oh. And I'm also on his side because people also forget when he mentioned Thin Lizzy, weirdly enough, has a black lead singer.
I don't even know who the fuck Thin Lizzy is. So maybe that's why they're not in the Hall of Fame.
They're fairly fucking popular. Probably not my first ballot Hall of Fame. Okay. But Meatloaf definitely should have been in the Hall of Fame.
Don't know Meatloaf, but I know Iron Maiden, and that's good enough. And they're not.
No, you know Meatloaf. People just forget that they know Meat. Okay. I'll do anything for love. Okay. That's fucking Meatloaf. Oh. If you've ever watched anything related to Jack Black. Jack Black is heavily influenced by Meatloaf, and Meatloaf has worked with him consistently. Okay. He was even in the Tenacious D movie. His father, that's Meatloaf.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So it's just like, the motherfucker did car commercials at one point, and I'm just like, the nigga's been everywhere. Like, give Meatloaf some fucking credit. And again, I think Chris Jericho's biggest thing is, why do we have to always wait for people to pass before we finally acknowledge them? A lot of people that make it in are always gone. And I'm like, that's fucking unfair.
That too.
So there's a plethora of reasons why he said what he said. I don't think it was diminishing people. Definitely wasn't diminishing black people, because I hate to be that guy for the umpteenth time. Rock music in the metal community really ain't a place of racism. As much as people would like it to be, because they're like, oh, that's white people's music.
I feel like it's only that with the companies, not the artists or the fan bases.
The companies is as in?
Not fucking with niggas.
For rock music?
Yeah.
No, not even close.
There is a body that the people are complaining about. I just don't recall what the body is that diminishes black people's contributions to rock. I don't really know who the body that they claim about is, because I don't really listen to rock.
I think the only time people complain,
I only listen to rock with that John showed me to. I think the only time anime. Right. So
I think the only time people complain about somebody ruining rock music in the sense of black people is Elvis. They always say like Elvis stole the stylings of black people and then created his own. And I've always been a big proponent of, okay, I'll give you Elvis. Fine if you want us to take Elvis and diminish him, which I think is unfair, because I think Elvis has done some shit that niggas has never done.
I feel like niggas also be trying Frank Sinatra.
They try Frank Sinatra and you can kiss my ass with Frank Sinatra. Like, let's not do that. But my thought process is if you want to tear down people and say, well, black people aren't getting any play, how come you don't support the people who are in it? There's a plethora, a laundry list of black musicians in metal that nobody gives a shit about. From Alice in Chains to Westfield Massacre, also known as Bad Wolves now. Great fucking talented singer. I I can't think of the name right now. Kill Switch Engage. There's the lead singer. Black as hell. Mind you, did the original theme song for CM Punk. This Fire Burns.
This Fire Burns, yeah.
Fucking phenomenal. The Cult of Personality.
That was originally Orton's. He didn't want it.
Yeah, I remember, and that was a bad move on him, by the way. But I think his theme song fits him a little bit better now, so that's fine. Cult of Personality, full black band, by the way. And nobody gives them any credit. Mind you, they did a really decent cover of Who Shot You. Fucking phenomenal, by the way. Really? Yeah, no. Cult of fucking Living Color is a great band. Mind you, still touring, by the way. Give the niggas some credit. So you can't get mad and say metal and rock is for white people when there's niggas actively in it that you're not supporting who are actively great members. Huh?
If I wouldn't have known that Living Color, if it wasn't for CM Punk.
Get the fuck out of here. You never heard Cult of Personality before?
That was the first time.
That's heartbreaking.
What do you see? yeah.
No.
But that's just how outside of rock I am.
I know, I get it. It's just weird that that's such a great song that you just wouldn't have stumbled upon it. You know what I mean?
Like Down Straight, all I know is Kingdom, because that's Cody's theme.
I can get that though. They're not that great of a band outside of that. Edge had great rock music as well.
Yeah.
Metalingus, Alter Bridge, and before that was Rob Zombie, and I can't think of the name of the song. That was one of my favorite Rob Zombie songs in general too. Fucking Kane, Slow Chemical is a great fucking song that, mind you, wasn't even for him. No. It was never meant for him. It just happened to really fit his song. And they were like, use that shit.
I wish you would have kept that motherfucker, especially the one. So, do you want to know what kind? So, they have slow, I think they have Slow Chemical Burn.
It's just Slow Chemical, I think. But just,
I don't think they have the lyrics one in 2K23.
I can understand
or
that.
They might have the match right after he got rid of Slow Chemical.
Okay.
And that pissed me off.
But that's fine, because that shit costs a lot to keep up. Because they get paid royalties like a motherfucker for them songs.
Yeah.
Because a lot of wrestlers had songs like that. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite being Stone Cold's, when he had Disturbed do his song. Fucking nuts. But costs a lot of money, and it's fucking Disturbed, and let's not do that, because the original is much better any damn way. But just end all the be all with that conversation. Chris Jericho is right. Some of these other bands deserve to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I said it. I explained it deeply on that Friday episode as well. On the last Friday episode, which, mind you, I don't know if you noticed, I pulled a whole hour out of my ass on the throwback because I was that irritable about that whole setup. It's just don't knock the man for his love of music. And
don't care so much.
And
damn, yo.
Personally, as a fan of rock and metal, we've been through enough. We are already cast aside way too often. I don't need the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame giving me some shit. And then motherfuckers wonder why there was a thing called the Golden God Awards. Because the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame wasn't giving rock any play. And it's just dude, rock music has been so shoved to the side. I don't know if you remember the last Guitar Hero had no rock music in it. They had Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, and Eminem. And I'm like, yo, this is Guitar Hero.
I mean, honestly, I don't understand why rappers are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
The creator himself said that rock and roll is the music of the youth. And we will dedicate the nominees to being whoever changed youth. Oh. And I'm like, oh, that's great. Why
that's
LL
not
then?
Rock and roll.
I was like, why LL then? Because LL didn't do shit. All he did was rub baby lotion on himself.
LL did do a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I've gone back and looked at some of his, niggas, he changed fashion, for sure. I thoroughly believe LL was the reason why niggas went to the gym in those times. He was a built, cocky nigga that could rap really good. And he was fly. Them Kango hats was fly. The motherfucking sweatsuits unzipped. Them shit was fly.
This nigga rocked Adidas suits that Run DMC was wearing. He was just younger.
Yeah, he made it look better. Yeah. Fucking Will Smith and Men in Black. I make this look good. Yeah, nigga. Yeah. Hell yeah. They made that Run DMC shit cool. All he did was add baby oil and unzip it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he needed to do.
Sex appeal, yeah.
He moved it forward. He made rap I feel like LL walked so Nelly could run. Nelly would not be a built nigga with baby oil if it was not for LL Cool J.
I will give you that.
And if Nelly is not a great contributor to the hip hop music, that nigga was on fire when he came out.
I'm gonna hit you with a I'm gonna hit you with a light real quick. I'm gonna seize you. I'll raise your teeth. If Nelly didn't exist, I wouldn't be 100% upset though. I like Nelly. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, but once you get past Ride With Me and Hot in Here, I like them two songs.
Country Grammar.
Okay, my bad. I forgot about Country Grammar. Okay.
It's so bad. I just don't feel like open about Spotify.
I'm gonna give you them, but there's some shit where I'm just like,
Tip Drill. That would not be a BET
you
Uncut.
hornball ass nigga.
BET Uncut.
Yeah, I know where it came from. I was up late at night too, because that was the only time I heard you got rap.
Give me 2 pearls. Air Force Ones and Grills.
Grills and Air Force One was the bane of my high school life, dude.
Too.
I hated Nelly. That's when I grew to hate Nelly, because I'm
my
like,
division teacher would play that every day. Them 2 songs, and then I love it when you call me Big Papa. That's the 3,
This
and then
nigga had
division would be over.
Nigga
it
had
was a lady.
motherfuckers got weird taste in the world, man. It is what it is.
Oh God!
I'm just saying,
and she would always look at me when she said, "I love it when you call me Big Papa," because I was the only fat kid in class.
Man, shout out to individuals who will just think that uplifting fat people and all you're doing is pointing at me like, fuck you. Big man is not a sign of endearment all the time. Maybe I just don't need you to notice my size.
Oh God!
Please, not today. That's all I'm saying.
Hilarious.
That's all. I just wanted to make sure I got that clear.
Shout out to LL.
LL did his thing.
4321 is still one of the greatest diss songs of all time. He
Ooh.
dissed the nigga that was on it. That was Cannabis' fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't diss me on my song and forget that I gotta listen to it back first.
But, I mean, we still know about it, so he didn't do his job properly.
If it was, so have you ever seen the video?
No.
In the video, they take out Cannabis completely. And fucking Master P gets a verse. I swear to God. You can look it up right now. They took out Cannabis and put in Master P. And he in the video.
I believe.
They say, oh, all that shit.
I hate that.
That
I hate
is
that.
hilarious. I love it. I love that so much.
I still like T.I. versus T.I.P. when it comes to just weird diss tracks. Because the nigga literally
dissed himself.
He literally dissed himself for a whole song, and I'm just like, that's kind of impressive. Like, even though it wasn't like diving deep into a diss track, but it was just like you took time to roast yourself in 2 different personas.
That was but that's still his second best diss track.
True. Yeah.
The other one was Stomp, where he also
roast
dissed
the
the
nigga
nigga on the same song, and Ludacris heard it first. Yo, niggas gotta stop. I'm glad niggas stop doing that.
No, I loved it. I fucking loved it.
We hear it before we put it out, guys. But somebody listens to it back.
But the thing is did we all hear it?
They kept T.I. on the song.
Because it was
Ludacris dissed that nigga second. Which means that he technically wins. Because he heard it and was able to respond.
Right. I'll give him that.
Unfair. It was an unfair fight, to be honest.
I still like T.I.'s bars by a long shot.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he did any disservice. It was just he went first. Yeah. That's all.
Please stay off the T.I.P. in my dick, though.
That's great. It was great.
So, okay. Speaking of dissing, this is actually a little. It's some white beef this time.
Ooh.
In rap. Yeah.
Okay.
So
you had me or you lost me.
So Jack Harlow. By the way, I heard some people shitting on the new White Man Can't Jump. I enjoyed it.
I heard it was all right.
I enjoyed it.
I felt like it was. Let me rephrase it.
Nobody asked for it,
right.
But I enjoyed it.
But I think that's what it was. The old one was still good. This one is just new update.
Jack Harlow put out a album recently. He was like, he's the second best rapper since Eminem.
He can suck his own dick. That's how far he can go into that. He can suck his own dick.
MGK responded, but MGK did not respond on Instagram. That nigga went to the booth. And I ain't gonna lie, he kind of went on Jack. I realize why they call you Jack, man. Give Drake his whole flow back. You jacked his whole shit, man. That shit was hard. I enjoy rapper MGK. I know he, after the Eminem thing, he went to pop and rock a little bit and EDM, but I like rapper MGK.
All right, I'm just be real.
Okay, so who's your second best white rapper since Eminem? I put Eminem first.
I think Eminem is probably one of the top 3 rappers in general.
I don't really like Eminem.
That's fine.
But, so who is your second best?
The Beastie Boys, boy. The Beastie Boys. They have been widely known as some of the greatest rappers of all time. Mind you, heavily influencing other rappers, i.e. Method Man and the Wu-Tang Clan, which they've all admitted. So Eminem himself.
So the thing with the Beastie Boys is, the main thing I know about the Beastie Boys is, oddly enough, Eminem verse. From one of those BET ciphers.
Oh my God.
A License to Ill from the Beastie Boys, at least 3 Ouija boards. That motherfucker was going crazy. But yeah, no.
Take a minute. I think, and again, you have to also put them in their era.
Yeah.
So before you're like, man, they got old bars. No shit. They were older. So there's 2 big things of why I love.
It's not walking down to the hat store rap. I'm gonna be okay.
I don't think so. I think it's similar, but it's better. It's definitely reminiscent of 90s hip hop. So the reason why I always have to remind people of 2 things before I give them Beastie Boys. A, they're white boys from New York. So they live a white boy from New York lifestyle, and their hip hop definitely is influenced by that.
I was going to say, that's where they call that the Mecca.
Right. So you have that to think about. 2, as much as I know many of people that love Beastie Boys as hip hop artists, always have to remember they're a punk rock band. They just rap really fucking well.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't put them in that category.
But the problem is their bars are really good. I always tell people, if you like story-based songs and shit, Paul Revere, really good. Really fucking good. What You Want is a great one. Sabotage is closer to the punk era. But they have really, really great fucking songs. And it's hard for me to sit there and say that they didn't innovate hip-hop styling on their own that a lot of people kind of bit off of after a while. I feel like Beastie Boys is another one of those groups that are looked at and just robbed because they're like, oh, white boys ain't gonna do shit about it. You know what I mean? And a lot of people just kind of stole their style of flow, and I'm just like, yo, that's some Beastie Boys shit you just ripped. You know what I mean? Just something as simple as what I always call the echo verse. Yeah. So it's the verse and then the echo at the end. Always has been Beastie Boys. Beastie Boys came up with that shit from day one. Everybody doing that shit after, you're robbing Beastie Boys of that flow. That is their flow 100%. Just take a minute. I'm not gonna say that's my song of the day, but look up Paul Revere. Paul Revere was the song that got me into fucking Beastie Boys. Okay. And I quoted that shit 6 Ways to Sunday. They put them niggas in NBA Street Volume 3. And boy, did I not love fucking a nigga up with my boy MCA. MCA robbed a nigga on fucking Paul Revere. No, that was Mike D, my bad. Mike D. I'm Mike D and I get respect. Your cash and your jewelry is what I expect. And I'm like, yeah, that's my nigga Mike D. I love that shit.
Speaking of, they put a lot of rappers in this year's 2K.
Yeah, I was surprised they finally did that shit again.
I think the last time was like Bow Wow.
Bow Wow.
A celebrity challenge or some shit.
The one they did the celebrity game.
Yeah, they got like Dirk, Wayne. They actually like brought them in for mocap and shit.
Yeah, because 2K ain't got shit going on for them anymore. Anybody still playing 2K? Comment below why. I just want to know why.
Even like on Twitch, I don't really see NBA 2K no more.
No, because it's too expensive to play. You got to buy the game, all the VC, battle passes and shit like that. Because they're locking like gameplay shit behind battle pass.
See? Hold on. Can you put the camera on me?
Ain't that you right there?
See? Now, I was one of them niggas that was like, hey, y'all might want to give NBA Live a try again. If they came back, you might want to give it a try. It ain't that bad. No. Y'all niggas wanted to stay sheep. Y'all niggas wanted to stay where y'all was at, where y'all was comfortable. Y'all ain't want to get out your comfort zone. Really, you ain't want to go back to your roots.
Oof. Not the roots.
Now you got to deal with what we got to deal with.
Now let me.
Not we, 'cause I ain't bad. But
I'm gonna say it this way.
I think I still got NBA Live 19 on my PS4. Shit.
So I'm gonna say this because I'm one of the few people that I wasn't landlocked to a basketball game. When Live came back, I played it. It was terrible. It was god awful compared to 2K of that era.
Yes.
It was bad.
But you could have let them grow.
I was waiting on them.
Well, no, in general.
No, I was saying like, I was rooting for him. I wanted because I seen what was coming.
Yeah.
But at that point, I think 2K was solid. I want to say up until maybe 16. 2K16 was like, I think that was a cover with Giannis.
16? No, I think Giannis was 18.
Was it 18?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was. I'm sorry. 16 was Kyrie, I think.
I think 16 was Kyrie.
Yeah. So that one was good. 18 was probably the last of its era, where it was definitely going. Pretty much, I'll put it this way. Once my player had a story, y'all niggas was falling the fuck off.
But damn, that was some of my favorite shit, though.
Some.
The Spike Lee joint, amazing.
The Spike Lee I didn't like at all.
But that was probably the worst gameplay game.
Yeah.
But that fucking Spike Lee story was so good.
I didn't like the story. I liked the ones after that. So when he turned into frequency vibrations, I was like, all right, that's a little bit better. I enjoy playing in college and then playing overseas.
God, damn, they got like 6 different covers for 23.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think this 23 is the one with J. Cole on the cover too.
That's one of them.
Yeah. Fuck out of here. None against J. Cole. Nigga, you ain't hooping. You ain't.
So 19 was Giannis.
19 was Giannis? Okay. That was the last decent game. It was falling off there too.
18 was Kyrie.
Right. I think 18 was a better game. Right. 18 was the better game. 19 was decent, but definitely the end of the era. Because that's when they were really focusing on.
They had a Canada version with DeMar. Get the fuck out of here.
Don't disrespect DeMar like that.
I'm not disrespecting DeMar, but God, was 18 the ref the year? Because if not,
I think that was
get the fuck out of here with the Canada version.
No, I think it was right after they won. I think so.
18? I thought they won in 19. Maybe not.
I don't know.
17 was
Well,
Paul
it had
George.
to be after because
I feel like I remember this one.
that game was terrible. The Paul George game was terrible.
I think I remember it being terrible.
Yeah.
That was also the year they came out with the PlayStation shoes, the PGs.
Yes, they did because that's when I bought them.
I wanted them bitches.
I'm sorry. Should have got them. StockX is a motherfucker. They was expensive. But goddamn, were they beautiful.
Oh, yeah. 16 was the Spike Lee joint because 16 had Curry.
Mm-hmm. And you know why? Funny story. The only reason I remember that is that's the one they gave away for free. I didn't even pay for that one.
They did give that away for free.
That's the only reason why I played
They gave it for free in the finals. That's how I got it.
Yep.
Yes, I forgot about that.
I was like, I'm not buying this shit.
Boy,
Well, for the
please
free.
do that shit again. Please give away 23 during the finals. I swear, I even watched the finals if you give that bitch away for the finals.
You ain't watching the finals? Or you ain't watching any NBA?
I watched the game where the Lakers beat the Warriors. I did not watch
a whole series ago.
Yeah, I did not watch them get swept.
Right.
And I heard about the game last night. There's some wild shit with the Heat.
Yeah.
What the freak is going on with the Heat?
I don't know what's going on, but I'm like,
they say playoff Butler always burn out.
Yeah, don't burn out like this, nigga. I need you to.
He the only one.
I need you and the rest of the crew to figure this shit out. I'm not finna allow history to be made against my nigga Jimmy. Is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like you could have lost, but don't let history be made where you let a nigga come back from a 3-0. 3-0, nigga. You can't get one more. Nigga, please. Let's not have history be made against my nigga Jimmy. If it happens, I'm calling suspect. I'm gonna blame the refs. I feel like them niggas is on payroll and some bullshit is going on.
Blame some of them niggas on the bench. Don't blame the refs.
Look, you
mad at the wrong nigga.
We already knew that the bench wasn't gonna do nothing, but I'm just saying some of these fouls that's being called ain't fouls. I'm saying these niggas.
Has he been in foul trouble?
No, they're just calling some bullshit ass calls. From what I'm watching, it's a lot of like,
So
for
maybe
real.
that nigga just tired.
No.
And he tired of having the team on his back.
But that's my boy Jimmy. He used to that shit. That ain't-
God damn.
Then they-
LeBron
then-
tired of that shit too. That's why they got swept.
LeBron ain't tired of shit.
He got a broken foot or some shit.
Conveniently, all of a sudden, the broken foot is necessary to be told.
Conveniently, that nigga
Right
had
after he got swept.
the whole finals. That nigga had
Was dropping 40 plus points
on
every
niggas.
other game.
Dropping 40 on niggas.
But
now,
no, my foot was hurt since like 6 months ago. Y'all just didn't want to tell nobody. Shut the fuck up, LeBron. And again, this is the shit I be talking about. I be trying to like LeBron.
But if that's what I'm saying, they just swept LeBron and them.
Mm-hmm.
If the Heat do win this last game, do they beat the Nuggets?
It's possible.
I don't know nobody on the Nuggets. Ain't that where
Jokic.
Jokic is
Joker?
where's KD at?
KD is in fucking Dallas or some shit.
Oh,
Or I
I
don't know.
don't know who the fuck on.
No, he's on the Suns.
He is on the Suns.
He's on the Suns. Kyrie is in Dallas with Luka. So the biggest player on the Nuggets is Joker
Aaron Gordon.
and Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon is playing his ass off.
Oh, they got Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah.
KCP.
KCP is he's
DeAndre
playing.
Jordan.
DeAndre's playing like DeAndre.
DeAndre always gonna play like DeAndre.
Right. It ain't well, but he
He
playing.
ain't well, but he damn sure gonna DeAndre.
You know he does what nobody else can do. Availability is the best ability, and that nigga always there. He always there. He ain't hurt. He ain't bullshitting. He ain't pulling out pistols on Instagram. You
That
know.
remind me of Jason Terry on OKC. That nigga, that one thing that nigga gonna do is
He
Terry.
He gonna Terry, but Terry's decent though. Like niggas be
I
downplaying
used to
Terry.
hate that nigga because I would choose a point guard, and
Oh,
it would be fucking impossible to get backup point guard over Jason Terry.
No, impossible.
Because that nigga
The
was
Jet,
there forever.
you finna try to get the spot over the Jet, nigga. Please, you better trade.
I was watching that nigga. That was on. That might have been on 16.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, you ain't. No, I'm sorry. I understand because I played point guard and I think I went to the Knicks when Jason Wilson, I think his name is, was still there, and you ain't never getting a spot over that nigga. And that was when Carmelo was still there. Carmelo and Stoudemire was still there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just trying to get the number one spot. Nigga, I had to play shooting guard trying to off this nigga spot.
I think I made another character. I was just always just fighting from behind. I think I made another character that was a power forward that went to New York.
Ooh,
and tried to get it over
Nah. Good luck.
Boy.
Nah, I always took the road less traveled. But
What the fuck? So hold on. Cause I see a lot of niggas that I like on Miami. And they getting smoked.
you gotta remember the age at this point now too though.
All of these niggas is young.
Who?
Victor Oladipo is still young.
Yeah.
Is he not?
Yeah, no, he's still young. But Victor,
I see
he
Cody
ain't playing.
Zeller.
Fucking tea time, yeah. No, that's
Adonis
Cody Zeller.
Haslam old as a son of a bitch.
Yeah,
I don't
but
expect
he's the
nothing from him.
spiritual leader, is what we call him.
Kyle Lowry.
He ain't playing like Kyle Lowry no more though.
K Love.
He trying. He trying.
And
Honestly,
what
Haslam
about
is
this
playing.
Tyler Harrow nigga. He ain't doing.
No, Tyler Harrow's killing.
Okay.
Tyler Harrow's like the next best nigga.
Oh.
It's pretty much, yeah. No, it's like
Man,
Haslam.
who the fuck on Boston? Maybe I didn't expect this to be a sports episode.
I kind of figured we were going that way.
Do I got Boston fucked up?
No, Boston ain't got nobody but Jason Tatum
No, they got Jaylen Brown too.
and Jaylen Brown.
And they got Marcus Intelligent. Marcus Smart is good. He was a couple years ago.
Oh, he wasn't.
Oh.
No, he wasn't.
Al Horford,
He was never
old
good.
as hell. Blake Griffin is in Boston?
Yeah, but you got to remember, it's Blake. Old Blake
Old
now.
Blake.
So it's not like he's doing shit.
I didn't know he was still in the league.
Yeah. Yeah.
Malcolm Brogdon.
He play all right sometimes.
They got Gallinari.
I know. I love Gallinari.
I was like, Gallinari ain't doing shit.
That's my nigga. He does what Gallinari does. He's streaky as a motherfucker. No, that's my Gallinari. I'm a heavy Gallinari fan.
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know all these niggas was playing. I might actually tap in.
It's a great series.
It's some fucking it's mid 2010 stars in this bitch.
The problem with, and I'm trying to say this the nicest way. This is no disrespect to Boston. I'm a Boston fan, but there is no cohesion to that team whatsoever. That team seems like it runs off of Jalen and Tatum, and then if they fuck up, nobody.
I mean, it was running off Jalen and Tatum multiple years.
Yeah, multiple years. But the problem is they aren't consistent. They're never consistent. So either they're hot, they're mediocre, and that's all you're getting out of them. Like, it's like, oh, we finna kill it for the next 10 games, and then all of a sudden they just forget how to play ball. And that's pretty much what happened in the series. You can obviously tell they forgot how to play ball entirely.
I mean, did go 0-3.
So
until they just turned up.
Yeah, but somehow they just remember how to play ball, and then everything's perfect again. But the problem is that kind of shit will not get you a championship. You know what I mean?
How do you see Game 7 going?
I'm personally saying it's going to come down to the wire, but I think this is going to be the moment where either playoff Jimmy is playoff Jimmy,
or he ain't,
or we have to stop mentioning playoff Jimmy, and we need to get Jimmy some fucking players. No offense to Miami, they got some great pieces, but they ain't got no players. Jimmy is as good as they got, and Jimmy ain't that great of a player. He's a hooper, through and through. Yeah. But when the game is on the line, I can't always trust Jimmy. You know what I mean?
Is that tonight?
Yeah.
Tonight. That's tonight?
It's tonight.
It's a lot of shit going on tonight.
Yeah.
I'm also watching Double or Nothing, and I'm doing fucking commentary. I ain't got that many fucking TVs in the crib. That's all I'm saying.
You better post up, man.
God damn. I'm about to watch Game 7 after.
I understand that. I just really, I don't know if it's my curse or not, because I've mentioned you my curse of sports. Yeah. Anytime I ride for a team, they fuck up.
So much so that you wore the opposite jersey one time, right? Yeah.
So, and I'm riding with Jimmy. I love Jimmy, but I feel like I gotta discredit Jimmy so he can win. Like
it'd be like that.
Like that's the kind of shit that I'm gonna have to be on now. And sadly enough, I just realized we're doing all of this talk about the game. This is a Wednesday episode, so the game is already said and done. And I think the first game of the finals will be played by the time people see this episode.
Oh. So tell us in the comments how Jimmy did.
That's going to be really wild. I hope Jimmy.
As well as your finals predictions by then.
Right. By then, we can definitely make predictions. I really hope. I'm dying for Jimmy to get a ring. I need Jimmy to get a ring. I need somebody from my era Bulls to get a ring. Derek ain't going to get one. So Jimmy's the last one. I need Jimmy to get one. Please for me, Jimmy.
I would like to see it. I would like to see K Love get one. I would like to see Kyle already got one.
Mm-hmm.
But then on the flip side, fucking my nigga Blake. My nigga Blake can get one. I don't think Blake got one.
Blake ain't never getting one.
He might.
He don't deserve it. Let me rephrase.
He very well could get one this year.
If the Celtics go to the finals, the Nuggets are winning that game.
Oh,
it's not even close. The Nuggets are finna fuck them up. It's not even close.
See, I have only heard about the Nuggets. I mean, clearly they made it to the finals.
Right? No, they're good.
But
they're great. The Nuggets are solid
because
Joker is nothing to be played with. Joker is a fucking problem. Yeah.
My other guy CJ was saying that Miami ain't really a good team. They just been fighting their fucking hearts out this year.
Yeah. But that's why I want them to win. Because this is the hardest fight they've ever put up.
Fucking fought.
They went from literally like I think they were out of the playoffs at one point.
Yeah.
They fought for 8th seed.
Yeah.
And then somehow managed to make it this far. I need these niggas to get that Cinderella story.
I want to see it. I like Jimmy a lot. I like K Love. I want to see it.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's more so this is the story of stories. This is the shit that they make DVDs for later on. Like, I need this win. This is going to be the fucking Detroit Pistons type shit. Like, I need that.
I know Bulls don't give a fuck. When the fuck is Lonzo coming back? Is this nigga still hurt?
Who gives a fuck?
I give a fuck. They were looking really good when everybody was healthy.
They're all right. I don't think, again, they're a great team.
They're just
not playoff ready. I don't think they're playoff ready. That's all.
So I don't talk sports with a lot of people. Some people were saying another new point guard. I like Levine. What's wrong with Zach? Do he get injured a lot?
No, it's just Zach isn't what you need.
Oh.
That's all it is. It's not that he's a bad player. It's not what we need. We have a lot of great players, and Zach's not a great setup artist. You know what I mean? What we call him is more of a points guard. Yeah. He can go get his, but he needs to be able to set everybody else up so that everybody else can fall into place. Because we got a lot of great players.
Fuck, I loved Papa Rose.
He was
distributor.
He was a distributor, a hardcore distributor. But at the same time, when the game was on the line, he could get his. Yeah. And that's what we need. We need another point guard, not a points guard, because we could easily go get Westbrook.
We've also had several, and I really liked even the guards after Derek. I really liked DJ Augustine. I really liked Nate Robinson.
Nate was solid.
Nate was solid as fuck.
It's just the problem is no defense can be had from that little nigga. That's the only problem. Yeah. But he was a great point guard, great at setting everybody up. We just couldn't get anything running with him. Yeah. DJ Augustine was a chance, but we just at that point had no pieces around him. Yeah. Now we got a plethora of pieces, but our point guard isn't setting everybody up like we need him to. I also blame coaching too, but if you got to put blame on a player, it's going to be him. You know what I mean?
How do you fit? So I heard there's like a couple rumors that New York might fire Tibb.
I wouldn't be surprised, especially once Derrick Rose is gone. What the fuck do we need Tibb for? You know what I mean? Tibb is one of the last two of the dying era of coaches. Because don't forget, they're getting rid of Greg Popovich too. They're heavily talking about letting him go too. That era of coaching is long gone now. So it's just niggas are having fun now, and they're not about winning.
Triple H and Undertaker, the last era.
Yeah, and that's all. And it's nothing against them. It's just niggas is goofing off now, and niggas want goofing off ass coaches. Ain't nobody about that life no more. So just gotta. They gotta go. It sucks. It sucks. Because Tibb could win. Tibb could win. Doc is gone now. I think Doc got fired.
Doc Rivers got fired. Yeah.
So it's just like that era of and that style of coaching is dead now, and it is what it is.
Unfortunate.
Should we do a commercial? We're fucking 90% away. I'm gonna just stick some commercials in there. Sorry. Yeah. It sucks.
Still got a whole nother.
I know.
Gotta do 3.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to do 3 today. I'm sorry. I hate to hold you.
Oh no. No, it's 12:30.
Okay. Because then I wanted to bring up this since we're still on the realm of basketball. So now you've heard. So we mentioned LeBron and his ever-changing narratives. Yeah, this is the way I like to put it.
Better bring up his son.
Him saying that he's going to retire. LeBron's threatening retirement now.
Ow. And
I think it's because 2 reasons. A, if he threatens retirement, nobody's talking about how he just got swept, for one. Yeah. And mind you, ain't nobody really talking about him getting swept, which I mentioned again on the previous Friday episode. I don't like that narrative anyway. We should be talking about how the Nuggets won, not LeBron losing. Yeah. But that's me personally. So I think it was a tactic to get the heat off of him and talk about quitting.
You could say that the team is LeBron because you can't bet on street clothes. Damn sure can't bet on street clothes. No. He showed up. Yeah. He didn't have street clothes on.
Right.
But that nigga still street clothes.
Yeah. It is what it is. But I think the reason why he might retire is so he can play with his son. His son ain't coming to the Lakers. And he's got 1 more year left on his contract. So people are saying he might just threaten retirement, hold off a year.
He won't come to the Lakers?
Because Bronny's going to be a fucking number 1 draft pick, maybe number 2. Lakers ain't getting that high of a draft pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's going to have to get away from the Lakers somehow.
Yeah.
And I doubt.
Because he does want to play with his son.
Right. So that's the goal.
Fuck is they going? Do they have draft picks? This next year. You got to go to college still.
Right. So what they're saying is, based off of predictions, it's looking like Dallas might get that pick. So a lot of people are thinking Dallas or Memphis might get that pick.
Okay. Yeah. I don't really want Bronny nowhere near John Morant.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. I do not want Bronny near John Morant.
We ain't got to worry about that because John Morant probably won't have a job by then. Let's be realistic.
But didn't you just say Dallas had some kickers?
They got Kyrie, and they got.
Oh no, they're not going. LeBron not gonna go there with Kyrie.
So here's the thing.
They gonna get rid of Kyrie?
No, Kyrie already said he wanted to come to the Lakers to play with LeBron. So now ball's in LeBron's court again. Because they're like, because Kyrie's
So they
like,
pieced it up?
so they're
beef?
saying,
I thought it was beef.
There is beef, but it's more so like Kyrie
beef.
had the whole beef.
Okay.
And LeBron's like, I'm just trying to win. You know what I mean? So Kyrie admitted he was wrong. He's definitely admitted he was wrong multiple times now. And I think he's trying to patch shit up. You know what I mean?
That would be some ass kickers.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like instead of quitting, he should just let things be as is. We don't know for sure he's going to go to Dallas, but it's just speculation. Yeah. But if he goes there to Dallas, now he's got Kyrie over him and he's got Luka. So them two good players that he can come up under. Then if LeBron just happens to sneak over there somehow,
that's a chip.
I hate to say it.
That's a chip
that's
right there.
Kind of a championship team.
That's a chip.
But here's the problem.
Kyrie
came in because Luka and them were dogs and ready to hit a ring already on their own. Kyrie showed up and fucked up the team. The team is terrible with Kyrie now. So I feel like
I don't watch sports.
Right.
And I feel like people complain about that nigga a lot.
LeBron?
But no.
Oh, Kyrie?
Kyrie's for the amount of output that he puts out, that nigga got a lot of complaints. Like, people complain about him more than Westbrook.
Here's why. And I can just give you an obvious baby bitch list of why.
Also, what? Pause. Comedy Styles. Who gotta suck off to get Westbrook on a good team? Like, can a nigga get a ring, please, before I die or he die? Somebody.
As soon as Westbrook remembers that he has to play point guard,
goes to fucking Chicago, please.
I just need him.
We got deep dish pizza, Westbrook.
He's just got to learn how to play point guard. That's all he needs to do. He's a great points guard. He's same thing with Zach LaVine.
Yeah, but
he can get his. He forgets to give everybody else.
Whatever. What team is he on now?
I
heard he was going crazy.
He was.
Whatever team he's on.
He's good. It's just he's good for a stat line. He's not good for a win. That's the problem. He needs to be in a winning environment. Clippers, yeah. So he can play.
The Lakers.
Yeah, he was on the Lakers. He couldn't hang with the Lakers. They were much better off with Rajon Rondo.
Came to the Bulls for like 2 months and then left.
From Lakers?
Was that one of the Kardashians' baby daddy? Wasn't that nigga? Tristan.
Yeah.
I like blinked. And Tristan was on Chicago, and I blinked again and nigga was gone.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck was going on with that.
Because it's Tristan. Nobody gives a shit. We fucked up.
I thought he was good.
No, he was just a third string sidekick to LeBron. It wasn't worth shit. We keep believing that everybody. That's the one defense I'll give LeBron. We give a lot of credit to LeBron's side characters, and we think they're good. They're not good. He's dragging a lot of trash to the playoffs consistently. But let's also remember that Jordan's the same thing. Niggas was like, Scotty sucks. I'm going to say it again for the niggas at home. Scotty is terrible. That nigga's trash. I don't know if you all missed the part where Jordan left to play baseball and all of a sudden the Bulls sucked. Maybe you forgot that. Maybe when he went to the Trailblazers, got his own team and crew, and them niggas didn't even sniff the playoffs. He was still a decent player, I thought. Just saying, let's not talk about Scotty like it was 1 and 2. Yeah. It was Scotty, it was Jordan, and Scotty somewhere over here. He was a nice complimentary piece. Yeah. You know, he was the Blake Griffin of the era. He gave you what he could give you. And this country bumpkin ass can sit the fuck down and remember that you weren't that great. Case in point, and I'm gonna just tell this story because I don't want to forget, because I need to tell the story. This is how ass Scotty is. KG told a story recently that I remembered him telling a long time ago.
That's the nigga I miss being in the league.
Me too.
Kevin Gargar? Oh my God.
Kevin Garnett. Do me a favor. Even if you ain't considering hooping ever again, the Big Three still exists. I would love to see him play in the Big Three. If not, let me on your podcast or hop on my podcast. I would love to just shoot the shit with Kevin Garnett because that nigga's a great motherfucker to talk to. Anyway,
Kevin Gargar was part of the reason I was a Boston fan once upon a time.
Same here, but I liked him on the Timberwolves too. I liked him Timberwolves. I liked him because he played for Farragut though too. Shout out Farragut. So now he told the story. Kevin Garnett was fucking up in school as Kevin Garnett would fuck up in school. So he's still in high school, And then apparently he gets word from his boy that Jordan and them are playing at a rec spot downtown somewhere. Shows up. Jordan sees him hanging outside the rec yard. And he was like, yo, big fella, come on. You in. Let's Garnett play. Great moment for Garnett, by the way. Talk about getting to play with some star-studded niggas at an early age. Great story for Garnett. Why they immediately throw him on Scotty? And him and Scotty starting to go at it. I need you to remember, this is high school Garnett. Going toe-to-toe with fucking championship era fucking Scotty. Giving him go. Scotty get a shot off. Garnett get a shot off. Scotty get a shot off. Garnett. They beefing with each other. And why Garnett do what Garnett does best? Started running his motherfucking mouth and got under his skin. You finna tell me that baby Garnett can get under the skin of a champion? Damn. And you want me to respect Scotty? Suck my dick. They had to call Garnett off. Like, yo, little fella, it's not the time or the place. Because they was finna go at it.
Not cool
like,
Jets.
Like talking about, like, he said Scotty was finna call his boys to tune him up type shit. And I'm like, nigga, Scotty, you can't even handle your own on the court?
A high schooler. You gonna get a high schooler jump? You gonna get a high schooler jump.
With Jordan in your face, you pussy ass nigga. Get the fuck out of here. You let KG, but at the same time, I know KG and I know he said he was chirping. But we know good and damn well he ain't gonna never say what he actually said to Garnett, to Scotty. Again, he told Carmelo's to his face that his wife tasted like honey on the Cheerios. Greatest insult in the world, by the way. Still top
cereal. Oh.
Top 2 of insults in a game that I love. Number 1 always goes to Bird.
What? They said that to Melo? I thought
he said that to Melo in the game.
I thought they said that to Bosh.
No, he said that to Melo.
Somebody did the fuck out of Bosh too.
Yeah,
okay.
No, he definitely came in Bosh a couple times, but he said, because that's what made it worse. We all know Melo's wife, Lala. Yeah. So he said his wife tastes like honey nut Cheerios, and we all was like,
look like it.
She probably does.
She look like it. I wouldn't be shocked.
And at the same time, what Melo gonna do about it? Not a goddamn thing. You either take that as a compliment, or you finna get real mad, and he chose to get real mad.
Not gonna swing on Kevin
but
Garnett.
you're right. You can't. The nigga was banging his head against the fucking backboard pre-game every game. Fuck out of here. You ain't
not swinging on Gargar.
So no. Number 2 of my greatest insults of all time, because number 1 always goes to Larry Bird, when he literally walked up to the side. He walked up to the bench and said, "I'm fixing to drop 40 on you." Drop 40 and checked himself out of the game. Greatest trash talker in the world always goes to fucking Larry Bird. Niggas hate Larry Bird to this day because of shit like that. This nigga went to a 3-point shootout and said, who finna get second? And then won with his warm-up still on. Larry Bird is a menace.
It wasn't verbal, but that AI step over is still
true.
It wasn't verbal, but goddamn, that lived real free.
He felt that one. Or you give him
that nigga went to go
DeAndre.
That nigga started coaching after that. So fuck this. I'm gonna put on a tie. I swear, ain't another nigga finna step over me.
Now, if you give it that, if you want to go nonverbal, I'm gonna give you 2. And that's DeAndre Jordan's dunk over that nigga that I don't know who he is anymore.
Yeah.
Because he dunked that nigga out of oblivion.
Nate Robinson's dunk. And that nigga's a bitch. That nigga behind. And that Nate Robinson dunk was nasty.
That was. No, DeAndre, when he dunked on the nigga, made the... And I ain't never seen that nigga again. Beautiful. I don't know who it was he dunked over. All I know is that nigga's career was over.
Yeah.
For sure. That one, and then Sean Kemp's dunk. Shout out to the Supersonic, where he dunked. He went full court as a power forward, mind you, when power forwards don't dribble. No. Full court, coast to coast, dunked on the nigga. Landed. Give me some. You know that was sweet. You ain't never finna dunk on a nigga. And then, like, go ahead and give me some. You know that was smooth. Like, you know. Ignorant to the highest. And he gave him 5 too, because he knew he had to, because that was smooth. Between that and the triple point, but no, when you throw your hand, he didn't say shit to him. You dunk on him, just go ahead.
The Kyrie squad is up there.
Oh, I always forget about that one.
Yeah.
That one was decent. Or you would. How high would you put the Mutombo finger from Jordan?
Sounds
bad, but you know what I mean.
That's gotta be. Okay.
It's a lot of disrespectful moments in NBA history. Somebody hit me with a compilation of just disrespectful moments. I feel like that should be necessary. No, number one. If we're talking about non-confrontational disrespectful moments, wasn't in the NBA, but Vince Carter in the Olympics. I don't know if you remember that, where he cleared a 7-footer. He cleared that nigga. He jumped clean over this motherfucker in the Olympics and dunked on. Nuts scraped all across the top of his head. And I love the interview after where he was like, I jumped and I just kept going up. And I was like, fuck it, I'm finna dunk. And I'm like, that's some Vince Carter ass shit. Just like I jumped and I just didn't know how high I was gonna go. So I said, fuck it. And he was like, I knew he was there, and he wasn't a problem apparently. So I just went over. I'm like, that a bitch.
Clearly, he let me do it. The nigga didn't stop me. I'd have found me. Fuck that. I'd have found me. He let me do it. So
you ain't finna have my nuts all on top of somebody else's head, and it's just okay. Vince is an asshole. And that's Vince pre-bald Vince too, if I'm not mistaken too. Nigga was just jumping for no damn reason. See, that's what John Morant think he is, by the way. John Morant think he Vince, and he ain't Vince. Vince was clearing niggas, and you just pulling guns, man. Sit your ass down.
Baby guns like that.
Right, like you ain't even pulling some shit that's scaring a nigga. Motherfucker, and then you wonder why niggas is doing the 8 Mile bid against you. Sit your fucking private school ass down. Are you scared of you? I hope that gun is registered at least. When you pulling out unregistered guns too, you stupid son of a bitch.
It's small. I prefer if it wasn't registered. It's small.
But that's the thing. Why would you illegally obtain a baby bitch gun? Like, go to the store. That's like $250. Like, you can pay for that, nigga. They don't take that long.
No, one of the hood niggas around him said, "That's all I trust you with."
That's probably what it is. Again, why they probably keep using the Andre 3000 bit on this nigga. Don't give me no gun, then.
You
know what I'm finna do with it, dumbass.
Shit. Nigga, this is all I can trust you to be responsible with, and he fell into that.
And he fucking it up royally. Like, I've never liked the player and disliked him so fucking fast. Like, I was riding with Ja when he first showed up. When it was him and Zion, I'm like, I bet you Ja finna be that nigga. He came in swinging.
My city,
and I'm just like, this nigga. Like, and I'm not finna say this to be disrespectful.
I don't dislike him. He fucking up his own bag.
But yes,
and I don't live close enough to be a Memphis fan. I don't give a fuck.
It's not that. It's just, and I'm saying this in all respect, and I mean this wholeheartedly. I need niggas to learn how to not be niggas for once in their life. Like, I feel like I've spent half of my life trying to escape niggas, and niggas always find their way to just pop up.
Well, I'm going to tell you a little something I was told recently. If a nigga gonna shenan, they damn sure gonna shenan again.
Stupid as fuck. I hate that that's a worthy fucking phrase.
So, I mean, like, how long was his new suspension?
They haven't came down with a punishment yet, because I think this might be.
They just punished the nigga the last time.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's,
and he didn't fucking complete the last.
No, he literally just came back and was like, "Hi, I'm back, bitch, nigga." So no. I think that the new punishment is going to be real serious.
For me, it was his homeboy dropping the phone. It was like, "Oh no, you dropped this." I'm trying to save you. Trying to save your fucking bag. Because you the bill ticket in the hood.
Exactly.
That's how this works.
So
fucking up. That's what I'm saying. Why is nobody saying anything? You fucking up the bag for us all.
Because we live in an era of a bunch of...
already?
No,
yeah, he ain't gonna have no more, though.
No, it's because he's surrounded by a bunch of dumbass yes men.
The milk's gone dry. That's what it's finna be.
No, they don't give a fuck because they finna... How they say that shit? Nigga never fuck with a nigga would know nothing for himself. Because he ain't going to give a shit about what you got going for you. Them niggas ain't got nothing for them. They just like, we finna ride this till there's nothing left. And when it's gone, they finna be gone. Yeah. It is what it is. We finna just not hear about Ja and not hear about us boys. Or we might hear about him when he on the news and somebody like, oh, we thought you was with it.
Yeah, that's gonna be in the China League. Keep fucking around.
Yo, let's not disrespect. Speaking of the China League, though, by the way, I forgot to mention that. Did you see when Dwight Howard called LeBron after he got swept?
No.
That shit was hilarious. That nigga was like, yo, it cut in right with him already on phone. He was like, look, we got jerseys, purple and gold ones. Like, if you just want a purple and gold jersey, you can come play with us. If you don't want to play, we got the coaches, we got the chefs. Like, you can do whatever you want over here, man. You ain't winning no more championships. You might as well just come over here and play.
Wait, time out. So you telling me Dwight Howard's in China right now?
Yeah, he
That nigga's in the China League?
And killing.
Dwight.
Yo. Dwight. And this is him and stuff.
Because Sasuke can't ball. That's why that nigga going crazy.
That's Japan, nigga. Hold on.
Shit.
But here's the thing, though. No, in China, this nigga's not even like.
That was comedy.
I know.
China.
I'm just saying, China already just banned fucking what's that nigga name? Uncle Roger. So we are all on thin ice when it comes to they fucked over Uncle Roger. They like no more shows for Uncle Roger. No more nothing over here for Uncle Roger. They banned him on Chinese TikTok. Like, Uncle Roger's dead to China.
Wow.
So,
I like Uncle Roger.
Yeah, he fine here.
I mean, still, I don't like to hear about motherfuckers getting canceled nowhere.
In China, nobody gives a fuck. Cancel me, China. Suck my ass. I don't give a fuck. Nobody was fucking with y'all to begin with anyway. We got like a handful of fans in Shanghai. Shout out to them niggas. But the rest of y'all,
I love drinking Shanghai nights and Shanghai dude.
Nah, fuck out of here. And they did my boy Jackie Chan dirty.
I always forget which one came first though.
Shanghai.
Like, what's the sequel?
Noon.
Noon is the sequel?
Noon is the sequel. No, Noon is the original.
Okay.
I don't fucking know. Who cares?
I like those movies.
Got Owen Wilson in it. I
did not think I would like Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson together.
That
but
doesn't
I like
sound
both
like
of those movies.
That sounds terrible. I'm sorry. I mean, good shit though for you. What the fuck was I saying? No, so fucking Dwight is like
going crazy. Apparently,
not even going crazy. That nigga's like a national icon over there. Like niggas,
What?
like they like steps away from just putting up Dwight statues over there for him. Like Dwight is that nigga.
What's that nigga? Dennis Rodman. Don't they got a Dennis Rodman statue?
No, that probably would be North Korea. North Korea fucks with Dennis heavily.
Look,
You are fucking up all the
It
Asians.
is really out of ignorance, though. I'm not being an asshole.
Sorry.
I just don't. Geography is, just gotta brush up.
A little bit. All y'all niggas look like. Don't hit me with the fucking Chris touch. I'm sorry. So no, Dwight over there killing it. Fucking Lynn Sanity's back over there. He ain't doing too good. Jeremy Lin?
Jeremy Lin was still playing. I thought Dwight had retired.
Yeah, from the NBA.
I thought fucking Blanket retired. I haven't seen that nigga in years.
No, them niggas over there. And Stephon Marbury is still in China. Stephon Marbury is the GOAT of...
Stephon Marbury is still playing?
In China.
Wow.
He's been in China for the last, 10 years? 10 plus? Niggas got, like, him and his shoe over there.
Is there a Vaseline factory over there? Like,
I don't know if he looks good, but the nigga plays well. And his shoes still killing over there. He got so many shoes over in China now, it ain't even funny. I don't know if you remember the $15 Starberries here.
Don't put it by the rim for me.
Yo, I'm telling you, man.
Do not put it by the rim for me.
I'm just saying that I'm finna purchase some Starberries. I'm finna get me a couple Nigga, I'm just saying. They ain't bad.
There's a reason why. There's a reason why Stephon Marbury shoes are busting in China. Do not.
This is the same reason why all shoes are busting out of China, nigga. It's all the same slaves, nigga.
Stop, though.
Like,
let's just not do that.
Act like the child labor was only in for his shit. It's for everybody. Where's his website? Then he got a whole ass website. But I don't know. Either way, his shoes is decent. I just realized I'm nowhere near the mic. So you got the OGs. He's got some nice new ones here and there. Still kicking with the same logo. The only thing I don't like is he ain't got no base to his fucking shoe, like the rim. Yeah. Other than that, they decent. This nigga's got his own line of basketballs. His shoes and basketballs glow in the dark, which is kind of dope. I'm like, and they still like fucking $15, $20. So I'm like, I might get me a few pair. Just to say I got me some Starberries. Like, they ain't bad looking shoes. They ain't great looking shoes either, but they ain't bad. Like,
they actually kind of look like boxing shoes.
A little bit. I just fucked that all up. My bad. But
although they're not looking.
I know. I wasn't.
I didn't realize we were the only ones seeing it.
No, we're the only ones seeing it. Because if I fuck it up, then I fuck up the whole green screen like I literally just did for a second. But no, them decent looking shoes. Go cop you a pair of Starberries, man. Maybe I can get sponsored by Stephon Marbury. That'd be decent in the motherfucker. Mid-grade shoes for mid-grade podcasters.
I ain't no fucking mid-grade podcasters. I'd rather have a pair of Dwights than a pair of Starberries.
Why?
I ain't gonna hold you.
Come on, man. Availability is the best ability, and Dwight wasn't available either. All I'm saying is Stephon Marbury has played consistently since he went from NBA to China. He ain't missed a day. Come back to America every once in a while to see his family, then he can take his ass right back to China and keep on playing. He know where his money at.
Get your bag.
I'm fucking with Starberry.
Get your bag.
Now Jeremy Lin, on the other hand, should have stayed his ass in America because don't nobody fuck with him in China.
I feel like he had that one good year in New York, and then nobody ever really said anything again about him.
Because he was really hot, and he had that Linsanity moment, and motherfuckers thought he was good. And I'm like, he wasn't that good. Calm down. He was decent. He was a great second string point guard, you know.
He was a starter, wasn't he?
Yeah, because he was hot, and he shouldn't have been starting. Should have left his ass on the bench. Let him be streaky off the bench, so maybe he could prolong that streak.
6-man.
He was a solid 6-man. Probably not the best 6-man, but he was a solid.
So who the fuck was the secondary point guard then?
I don't remember.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't remember anything from that era of Knicks, though. Like, that era of Knicks was like, we really scraping the bottom of the barrel for Knicks fans. Dude, I think Jeremy Lin was playing when the big thing was...
Jesus Christ, Rose might have been...
He was on the Timberwolves at that point.
Yeah. I liked that run.
The Timberwolves run?
Yeah.
It was all right. I thought it wasn't bad. It was just Chicago 2.0.
Yeah.
That's all. But...
Oh, I was with it. Fucking Rose and Butler again.
Yeah. I wish they had the wherewithal to put them back together again. Now, a Jimmy and D Rose together, that would be stupid.
Is he still in New York?
Yeah. I said they just played each other.
Rose in Miami.
I think right. You send Rose to Miami, or you bring you bring the boys home. One or the other. You bring the boys home somehow.
That sounds a lot more far-fetched.
Yeah.
I don't even know how them two niggas would deal with
these young niggas. Yeah, nah. I think that would be more the issue.
I don't know how Jimmy would play.
Jimmy would not play with them.
Because all of the niggas on the Heat are old. I just listed all of them niggas except Tyler Hero is the youngest nigga.
Yep.
So, and
Cody Zeller's
all of the Bulls are like... Cody Zeller was in 2K17. That nigga was a rookie when I was playing 2K17. I don't think Jimmy liked new niggas.
Yeah, but neither does Derrick Rose. Mind you,
also,
I was going to say, like, I do want people to realize that Jimmy got that shit from Derrick.
Yeah.
So, everybody's like, man, why is Jimmy like that? Because of Derrick. He learned from Derrick. Boozer.
Yeah. Oh,
Gibson. Only nigga that was soft on that team was fucking Noah.
Yeah.
Noah was always like, can we all just get along? Like, look, sit your baby ass now. Shooting them fucking 2-year-old free throws.
I blame Boozer for us not getting a ring back then, by the way.
Why?
Fuck Boozer, that's why.
Damn.
Taj always did his job.
True.
That nigga not only did his job, that nigga did over his job sometimes.
Definitely did.
Rose did his job most of the time. Jimmy always did his job. Noah always did his job. The only nigga that I really felt like underperformed consistently was Boozer.
I think Boozer was...
The next inconsistent was Noah, but Boozer was the bottom of the barrel.
Joakim was much more inconsistent than Boozer.
I don't think
but
so because in that era, the center didn't have to do as much.
Yeah, and Joakim managed to do nothing.
He had rebounds. He had rebounds.
He did not really. He had rebounds that came to him.
Well, because Taj was getting the ball.
Thank you. And Boozer was...
That nigga was a small forward getting the ball.
Exactly.
That's why.
And Boozer was copping a handful of rebounds.
Yeah, but Boozer was supposed to score more and he never did.
But Boozer was not expected to do shit. Boozer was probably the worst of all of the players in general.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that he was underperforming. We just never expected shit out of him. He was supposed to be.
I did. Because he was the only, because there were times on the court he was the only one not doing shit.
Yeah, but I expected Boozer to be team leader. That's all I expected out of Boozer.
Ew.
What else was he
I
gonna
don't want a loser to lead. What the fuck are you talking about?
Who the fuck else is going to lead that team? Luol? Rose is not leading shit.
Rose is not a leader, but he kind of had to be.
Rose wasn't a leader. Rose was just that nigga that went out and did what he was supposed to do. He did it effectively, and niggas just kind of like, all right, if he finna do it, let's go.
Actually,
but on the court,
I think Luol Deng was the captain then.
Was he?
I think so.
That's a terrible captain. They should have let Boozer. That's the
probably
African ass nigga.
They should have just let Noah be the captain at that point.
No, hold on.
Who? Now that we're actually going down, none of them niggas had leadership capability.
No, they didn't. But Boozer was the team vet, is all I'm saying. He was the oldest nigga there.
Yeah.
So if anybody I'm finna listen to is a nigga that's been here.
I don't want to listen to a nigga I'm doing better than.
If that's the case, nigga, you ain't never finna find employment anywhere.
No.
That's kind of how that shit works.
No. I don't think you understand just how much I did not like Boozer. Nigga, I damn near felt like I could have contributed more to the team. Like, god damn, I really did not like Boozer. Shout out to him wherever the fuck he is now. I was not a fan, and I blamed you. Look.
I blame Tip. I always blame Tip for that team. Tim coached, but he didn't coach them to success. You know, he coached along the lines of, I know what you guys can do. Let's make what you guys do the best it can be. Yeah. But the best it could be, we're second. I needed you to coach them over the threshold. That's all. That was always Tip's problem for me. Was he just got them up to a point? And mind you, look at every team he's coached for now. Yeah. He gets them better, but never over the hump. Enough. And I'm like, you gotta coach past that point, dude. Yeah. So I always blame Tip. You let the boys run wild, and that's what happened. The boys was gonna be boys, and I don't know why he just managed to follow his players everywhere the fuck they went. This nigga's consistently coach Rose.
Milwaukee and New York.
And I'm just like, dude, like, you're not coaching Rose to a championship. Get out of the way.
Do you feel like there was some Rose influence? Maybe he got the nigga the job where he went?
Possibly, because, Rose he's a Chicagoan. So he likes shit ran the way he likes it. Yeah. Regardless if it's effective, he gonna be like, I want to be happy, and I want niggas to follow suit. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, Chicago players were rough. They're always, that era especially, were niggas. There was them 63rd Street ass niggas on a fucking big stage. And that ain't championship quality all the time. But we was out there hooping, though. You can't say at no point we was not hooping.
You know who, he came later. He came after Rose left. But I feel like Rip Hamilton might have been a good captain.
Rip could have been,
but by the time Rip got there, they had already lost so much.
Yeah.
Like, they had lost so many pieces by the time Rip Hamilton got there. He ain't had nobody to lead.
And on top of the fact that Rip was a champion, too. So, yeah. It would have been nice, but...
Would have been nice.
No, nobody liked this 20-minute long ass fucking free throws.
Yeah, I think Rip was there when DJ was there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he stuck around for a minute.
I really liked that era Bulls. I know it wasn't Jimmy and Rose,
it wasn't bad.
But I really liked DJ and Rip.
Yeah. They weren't bad. They just weren't what we wanted, you know? Yeah. What can you do?
So, I don't know. I like the current team.
They're just not good.
I like the current lineup. Let me look at the current lineup.
It's just the same thing with every Bulls team we've ever had.
I feel like that they had it listed that Luol Deng was the captain.
I wouldn't be surprised.
When Rose was there.
I'm not saying he isn't or he couldn't have been. It's just...
Why?
Why him? I would have chose Boozer.
Oh. What the fuck?
Oh, no. Who knew?
Because it doesn't have Levine listed as the leading point guard. It has Lonzo listed as the leading point guard.
Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, I think they had Zach playing shooting guard is what I'm saying. I don't know for sure.
They did have Zach. Who the fuck was the point guard? Pat Bev.
Pat Bev has been point format, yeah.
Damn, I like Pat Bev.
again, another non-championship
We have
caliber.
a lot of good players.
We have a lot of good pieces.
Fucking Andre Drummond, Alex Caruso, fucking Pat Bev. We got Lonzo Ball. We got Vucevic.
A lot of
Pat Will.
great pieces, but not a championship team.
Ayo was killing. I think Ayo got injured, didn't he?
I think so.
It's a lot of niggas hurt. That's a thing. A lot of Chicago players get hurt.
It's something in the air. I've always said
Because we feel like we gotta play hard as fuck. That's why. Because we play hard as fuck just to not really accomplish shit.
Because we ain't a team, nigga. At the end of the day, look at the niggas we got. First of all, and I always say this, we need to stop.
DeMar DeRozan.
Not so many niggas.
I feel like DeMar DeRozan, if he isn't captain, he should be.
He should be. 100%. No, we need less niggas on our team. No offense.
Dalen Terry.
Who the fuck is that?
I've heard of him before. I think I've played as him.
Never seen him before.
Fucking Kobe White still there.
Kobe was decent. I think we benched him for too long.
Alex Caruso is a funny looking white boy.
Yeah. But
Alex Caruso nice.
He can ball. He can ball. Yeah, that's the problem. We just have too many pieces and no cohesion. No cohesion whatsoever. We need somebody to fucking glue this shit together.
For real.
That's all it is. And I'm sorry to say, Lonzo ain't finna do it. Pat Bev ain't finna do it.
I got faith in DeMar.
DeMar could, but DeMar's never been the guy on any team ever. So
you're right.
That's the problem. We always have leftovers, and it's just not gonna work. When your best players are Caruso, Drummond, DeMar,
Zach.
Like we got leftovers. We got a lot of great leftovers.
Was Zach second best?
Zach was always second best. He was a great, athlete for the team, but he wasn't running the team either.
Because where was he before the Bulls?
Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just, we got a lot of second fiddles. It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
So I need Chicago just to, first of all, we need to get some white boys. We got to get some white boys. I've said it always. Every team runs great when there's a white boy in the corner. You need that sharpshooting ass white boy. It is what it is. We need a sharpshooting white boy. The man can drive. He can drive. He can get in the paint. I don't know how he does it the way he does it. He can shoot on occasions, but we need that nigga that don't take your ass anywhere past the 3-point line. You sit your ass in the corner, and I'm gonna hit you when I hit you. Yeah. Stay your ass over there. Then what you do is when we move the ball, you move from that corner to that corner. Yeah. Get your ass to the other side on the 3-point line and wait. We might be decent. A few less niggas going to the hole, and a few more streaky shooters.
Having a double Jimmy, I would imagine you always double Jimmy though.
Yeah,
I would imagine you always double Jimmy,
but probably not to that extent. Just because Jimmy's not the greatest shooter either. Yeah, but he's one of those dudes that if you don't pay him any attention, he finna get open somehow. Yeah. He's just that dude. But
I don't know. I refuse to watch college basketball, so I don't know who the fuck finna get drafted.
So our next,
I ain't got time for NBA. I'm not finna watch these little niggas. I'm sorry.
So college has always been like my thing to keep an eye on because the shit that happens in college is great.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking at the future.
Our next nigga's not coming from college. Next greatest aspirations coming from France. This boy can ball out of this world. Like niggas are saying, he is the second coming. He is the new guy. They're already calling it type shit. Like he is gonna have the greatest report and progress, probably comparable to LeBron. They're like, he's gonna be that guy. I hope so.
What's his name?
I couldn't pronounce it if I wanted to.
I'll take a shot.
It's one of them fucking. I'm like, what?
Rene Dupree.
Like, excuse me, how the fuck you? Why am I on my phone? I got a whole ass laptop. Hold on. I got you. What would we call him? NBA prospect? Yeah. NBA, or maybe just put in NBA draft. Let's see if his name comes up.
God damn, I would like to talk about some Chicago sport outside of baseball. And I don't like baseball. So.
I mean, baseball's decent. Sox are still fucking up.
They always gonna fuck.
They always fucking up, but they only good when they don't want to be. Maybe projections or prospects. There we go. Where the fuck is this nigga's name at?
I don't give a fuck. A Cubs fan can't never say shit to me.
Nah, that's how it works though.
Last time y'all won, the AKAs was founded. Fuck y'all. Bitch ass niggas.
Oh,
sorry.
That's fucking sad. They don't have his name up here. I'm gonna find it like right after this shit is over with, and I'm gonna text it to you. Cause it's one of them names where you just like the fuck, and he ain't playing in college. He's playing overseas. So, and I don't know why they don't have his name listed up as one of the highest prospects. I'm literally looking at a list of like high draft prospects. Victor what?
Wembanyama.
There we go. That's his name. Is that how you would say it?
Wembanyama. I think it's Wembanyama. Wembanyama.
I ain't never heard somebody say his last name. It sounded like a fucking his name sounded like one of them names that Eddie Murphy would come up with.
Funny. He looks like the nigga in the new Gran Turismo movie.
He does actually.
Which I actually want to see it because I actually that story was endearing to me.
Did it? Yeah.
The kid that became a driver off the game.
A lot of people didn't know that was an actual story. A lot of people thought it was just a cash grab for Sony, and I'm like, no, that's a real thing.
Yeah, so now I want to see it. I like that.
Shout out to him, though, man. People really still think that video games don't translate over to real shit. And it's just like, no, it's much more accurate nowadays than you think. At
least hand-eye coordination.
True that.
Attention to detail. Just
small little shit. Like I said, people were like...
low or high level problem solving depending on the game.
True.
Maybe if y'all niggas took a break from shooters and basketball, y'all, maybe pick up some shit outside of how to hog down an op.
But when it comes to COD, though, I actually learned how to put my rifle together.
Yeah.
I learned a lot of like rifle information from playing COD, man. So...
I've been playing Fortnite, actually.
I've seen, and I still am not confused, but just like, what made you go back?
I don't even really know. It was the no build. I do like the no build.
But that was so long ago.
One day we actually, like my crew, we fucked around and actually went in build on X.
Damn.
That was funny. I don't know. If like my homies play it, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna play with y'all, and then it's like, it's all the crossovers.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's
like I think they still have the Star Wars stuff in the.
They just added new Star Wars shit too.
They just added new Star Wars shit.
And
they
now
just
Spider-Man.
They just added Miles and Miguel.
Yep. Shout out to Miguel.
They added the Dragon Ball superhero Gohan and Piccolo.
Yep.
They just added Attack on Titan stuff. Like the crossovers is just
they're incredible.
I like that Overwatch is starting to get it. Like they just like not too long ago, a couple months ago, they had a crossover with One Punch Man.
I seen that, which was about time.
Cool.
Like we were saying that as soon as Doomfist was a character, and I was like, and then here comes One Punch Man, right? Here's my only gripe with Fortnite, and I'm always stick by this. I'm still waiting for the game to get finished. I'm not gonna go back until they finish the game that they promised me. From the beginning.
Funny that you say that. That actually kind of turned me off of Overwatch 2 because they announced that they were canceling
They're canceling the one player shit. Yeah. No, I'm not going to. I was out on Overwatch when they asked for my cell phone number. As soon as they asked for my phone number, I'm like,
damn, that was
fuck
years
you.
ago.
Yeah, I know. And that's when I was like, yeah, I've agreed to a plethora of terms and agreements over my lifetime that I didn't read. I'm not finna give you niggas my phone number. Like that's a step way over the line, my nigga. I'm not giving you my phone number. Kiss my ass. Not to play a game that's not done, not great, and I'm still waiting on the story mode that you promised me was gonna come first. Sorry, I'm out.
I'm sad about it.
I'm
canceled for real.
I'm sad, but it's just
now don't say all right. Overwatch 3 story. Like no, I'm cool on this.
I'm out on Overwatch. They had their chance, and it is what it is. Anyway, we got to end this episode because we are a minute 30 in, or an hour 30 in, so way over time. Did you have a song of the week for these people?
Yes. Song of the week.
Oh no.
This is ignorant. My song of the week is Pound Town 2. With Sexy Red, Nicki Minaj, and Tay Keith. The reason why it's my song of the week is because there's a line in there. Dre Heads do it the best. And that sold it for me.
He's like, that was for me.
That was for me. That was for me. Dre Heads do it the best. Yeah. Yeah. I'll take that. I'll take that crown. Yes, I will.
You know, I was finna say something ignorant, and I just had to remember that I have dreads too, so I'm just like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm right here with you, goofy motherfuckers. I will say that my dreadhead life is just a hairstyle and not a movement. I've always said that.
I don't think it's. I think my family keeps trying to make it a movement for me, but it's not. It's just a hairstyle for me too.
You know what is funny?
I miss being bald sometimes.
That's weird.
Ew.
That's kind of weird to say, but I understand. I understand your sentiment. It's a weird thing to say. It's like, man, I wish I had nothing. I just miss the fact that I didn't have to do anything to take care of it. Now, actually, I'm cognizant and like mindful of my hair a lot, and I'm just like, I don't like being mindful.
Because now it's like, I'm scared of some like Samson and Delilah shit. Now if I cut it, life's just gonna get fucked up.
Oh.
Like that's it. That shit go in my mind now.
My powers. Looking at this.
Oh, right.
All right, so song from me. Since we mentioned dreadheads and whatnot, I'm gonna go with a band that actually was the reason why I got dreads. You were the secondary reason why I got my hair done, but the main reason was my boy Randy Blythe from Lamb of God, the man of many hairstyles. He was the reason why I'm just like, look, there's no reason why I'm rocking the same haircut for the last 20 plus years. It's about time I change. This motherfuckers went from bald, long hair, mohawk, dreads, you name it, the nigga's done it at this point. So I'm like, so shout out to Randy. I'm going to go with fucking Nevermore. Nevermore is a great song that they released on their last album. And probably just one of my favorite songs to sing along with, which, again, we got to do fucking karaoke night at some point for one of your streams or some shit like that.
I was just telling my a friend of mine, I really miss Twitch Sings. Twitch Sings, I got my shit off. I remember I did Gin and Juice. I did a song for Mama, Boys to Men. I did and you call me red-handed, hanging on the bedroom floor.
Fucking
I did
Shaggy
that.
Looking at.
It was so great. Rest in peace, Twitch Sings.
Speaking of Shaggy, real quick, did you see the fucking rap battle between Shaggy and Shaggy? Shaggy from Scooby-Doo?
No. What? Was it Matthew Lillard? Please say it was Matthew Lillard. And there was a real life thing that happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That was when they had the celebrity rap battle show. Shaggy the singer and Shaggy of Scooby-Doo.
That's fire.
My nigga Shaggy, Scooby-Doo Shaggy.
Fire.
He killed it. I was like, ain't no way he finna do good. And then I'm like, Shaggy, you fucking up. Like, you are a musician, nigga. Like, you need to be better than this. You are not getting ate up by this lanky ass white dude.
So he went Ultra Instinct.
Oh, he really fucked him up. He really fucked him up. So, matter of fact, I'm going to Nevermore listen to that song. Go out, YouTube that shit. Shaggy versus Shaggy in a rap. Nigga.
That's so dumb. I have to look at it.
So on that note, we'll catch you on next episode next Monday. Friday, you just get to see my pretty face. But next week, you'll see me again. You'll see Invincible again, possibly. You'll see other people again. Kelly might be here. You never know. Still working on guest schedules. And I'm sick, or was sick, so it kind of fucked up the whole thing. Shit's happening. New shirts are happening. I'm working on it. New show. I didn't tell you. I'm going to do... Because not that I don't want to always bring politics and current events here, but I do want to get back into that kind of shit again. Just because the world is fucked and I'm enjoying it. So, and people do come here weirdly enough for information sometimes. So I do want to give information, but sometimes not always tied to a joke. Yeah. So people understand, like, all right, here's where I actually line up with some shit when I'm not joking. Yeah. I am going to provide information and shit like that. Because there's a lot of shit that's happened recently between the dude on the subway getting choked out, and people are mad about that, but I'm like, you shouldn't be mad about that. Did you see the shit where the If the people were pissed off at that white lady who stole a black kid's bike. No. Yeah, that was a big thing. Like they were on divvy bikes, and she was sitting there. Apparently, people were saying she was using white tears trying to get people to side with her when the kid was actually just stealing the fucking divvy bike that she paid for. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know all the information about that, but I try and stay away from shit like that because sometimes niggas need a laugh. But apparently, people also want information from me, which is weird. So I'll give it to you. So eventually, once I get past the Throwback Fridays, I enjoy doing Throwback Fridays, but I'm starting to enjoy just doing hour-long shows again. You'll get those from me, is what I'm saying. But the best way to find out, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Keep up with me. Links are below. FNentertainment.com. That way you can keep up with me, Kelly, and Invincible, because all of our shit is in one place, conveniently for you to click a bunch of buttons. Not hard. But do me a fucking favor, because I keep having to say this. That big-ass red button that says subscribe, I really need y'all to click that shit, because YouTube refuses to pay me until 1,000 if you click it. So once 1,000 people click it,
like, comment, subscribe, and hit the noti bell.
Yeah, man.
Have premieres Monday, Friday, and Wednesday, usually about 9 a.m. CST.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all be missing on the premieres. We be there.
Right, and I think
that's
chat. That's the premier prospect.
I give additional arguments because sometimes I get tongue-tied and Bob hoes me. You are a better arguer.
Always.
Mind runs faster than mouth. Or sometimes I don't know if I might be the only one to do this. Sometimes I go over arguments either beforehand or after. Just to see like what I could either prepare for or what I could have did better. And that happens a lot in the premieres.
True. But I will give you this because I've gotten that feedback as well that apparently I out-talk you more so than not, which is, no shit. When you debate, I try my best to get my points across. But here's the difference. You have found ways to bully me out of my own points, which is good. I will kudos to you for bullying me out of my own points sometimes. I do the same shit. Even though people are like, you are throwing so much bullshit in an argument that is not even funny, it's because that's the only way I can get your attention sometimes. If I come with straight facts, then I get bullied out of facts. So and the nicest way to say it, I go nigga when niggas need to be niggered out. So that's what it is. I'm like, if I can't hit you with facts, I'm gonna just be a nigga. Niggas win sometimes. So we have that. Speaking of which, the time has come. I've been bullied and argued at multiple times now because it keeps getting teased and hinted at. We have to redo the Spider-Man argument. It is time. Because there's been a plethora of new information.
Can we wait till after the movie so I can have a fight for my nigga Miguel?
For the Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
No, we'll stick with the OG 3.
Okay.
Just the 3 movie-based Spider-Man. But I will say, as always, everything that encompassed all 3 Spider-Man. So, like when you were kind of a little bit upset about it with me when I brought in the Spider-Man video games, those were Toby. He voice acted them and he was a part of them. So that's why I bring those in. But, what's his name? The new guy. Tom Holland. I couldn't think of his name for shit. You can also incorporate everything that he gets out of the MCU universe, which Toby does not get.
Yeah.
So there's room for broad-based arguments, but will
only puts Garfield at the end.
Check it out.
He admitted.
He admits that he
admitted in the movie.
Yeah. But personally, and I've only watched his movies once, I will always defend.
He is the best mix.
He is the great Spider-Man.
He's a great...
He's the worst Peter Parker, though. Hands down the worst Peter Parker. But a great Spider-Man. I don't want Spider-Man to be a pretty boy. And he's way too pretty to have nerd-based problems.
Holland,
I can give you a slight better edge of a Peter, but young Peter. Save it.
Okay.
That episode's coming. I have now admitted.
My answer is still Miles, by the way, as best Spider-Man.
As Spider-Man. Well, that's not fair because comic bookly known, he is the best Spider-Man. He is Ultimate Spider-Man. He is the Ultimate Spider-Man.
We can incorporate it. We got now 2 movies.
2 movies and a game.
Games.
No, but we all know And because I always also bring in comic books for Miles as well. He is the best Spider-Man.
You also brought in Japanese Spider-Man, which I need to finish the video
you have
on
to
Japanese
watch
Spider-Man.
He is so fucking awesome. He is so fucking awesome, and he is the reason why Power Rangers are a thing. So as a fan of Power Rangers, you have to at least give some nod to Spider-Man. That's
Spider-Man has a mech.
It's crazy. And a motorcycle, which I love because I've always said, the fuck is he gonna do out where there's no buildings? He thought of that shit. He like, I'm finna get me a spider bike and I'm finna cruise out there and I'm finna whoop your ass in person. Yeah. Shout out to Japanese Spider-Man. But either way, I'm just like saying like this. I acknowledge what you want. The challenge has been made.
Did you see that PS4 Spider-Man is in the new one? What
do you mean?
They
showed Spider-Verse?
PS4 Spider-Man chasing down Miles.
Yeah, 100%.
That shit was fire.
Because that Spider-Man is, and I'm always going to say that's why he's going to be my favorite Spider-Man in general. He's the Spider-Man I've been waiting on. Comic book-wise and other media-wise, I'm tired of young Spider-Man. Yeah. I've had enough of it. I need Spider-Man who's already had skin in the game. And PS4, PS5 Spider-Man has shown that dramatically. Of that older, I've been there, I've done that, I know what's going on type shit.
You know what I kind of want a game for? I kind of want a game for current Peter Parker.
What do you mean?
Rich, borderline Tony Stark Peter Parker.
I don't want that.
I kind of do.
I don't want that.
Peter done finally come up on a little change, and I want to see how that affects him. And then got him a little money.
Don't get me wrong. I've had that conversation.
Parker Industries.
You don't know Spider-Man now. That's 2099 Spider-Man. 2099 Spider-Man has money. He has his own corporation.
Yeah,
money makes him evil.
I fucks with Miguel.
Yeah,
but I want Rich Peter.
Miguel, motherfucker.
I like Miguel, but Miguel ain't Peter.
Same shit. Just saying that anytime 2099 Spider-Man gets shown, it's Spider-Man with money, and he gets corrupt and evil. Yeah. We know what happens. Spider-Man has to be humble and broke.
He has not went there yet because we've already gotten evil Peter.
Yeah.
That fucking whole Doc Ock inside of Peter. Yeah. So this is good Peter. He's just got a little Tony Stark problems.
I don't think
even know if Tony Stark is alive currently in the comics.
Yeah, everybody's always alive. People were pissed off about Ms. Marvel dying. And I'm like, really? Y'all gonna be upset about that? She's gonna be back in like 3 more episodes. Calm down. Nobody stays dead as a superhero. People were really upset about that.
Wolverine came back. And he was definitely
dead. So.
For years. And Nightcrawler.
Yeah. So that's all. It's just, no one gives a fuck. Like, they killed the superhero, they'll be back. Calm down. And they'll probably make her gay or some shit. They made Superman gay. Like, who gives a fuck? Anyway, do all the things, click all the buttons. We'll see you next episode. Peace and chicken grease, and get the fuck out of my house.